Hello friends, I am B. Singh, Chairman and Managing Director, MadeEG Group. GATE 2019 results are just likely to be announced. After the results, students will be curious to know about their prospects and their future programs. What will be the chances of selection in public sectors, expected cutoff of the previous years, what will be the mode of the interview, whether they will conduct group discussion or they will conduct directly the interview. These are the questions from PSUs. And then if you want to take the admissions in the MTech, whether you will get IIT, if you are getting IIT, which IIT is better for you, which course is better for you, whether you should take admission in MTech or you should go in PSUs. These are the questions normally you have to address for yourself. So today we have discussion on post-GATE opportunities for electrical engineers. And with me in MadeEG panel, Mr. D.K. Arora, who is an expert of the public sector guidance in MadeEG, and Mr. Sudarshan. He has completed MTech in Power Electronics from IIT Roorkee. He belongs to electrical engineering. And Mr. Anupam, he is also electrical engineering, completed his MTech in Power Electronics from NIT Calicut. So this discussion today, I hope it will be useful to all of you. Arora ji, when we talk about the post-GATE opportunities, GATE के result के बाद, what is approximate cutoff for the PSUs call? How many, up to how many ranks? And which are the major PSUs?
Okay. The cutoff range, if we talk in terms of ranks.
In approximate.
Approximately, let's say if I talk about general category, you can expect calls if your rank is going up to 1000. But it's purely a function of the number of openings in that particular year. When we say the various PSUs, the second question, the PSUs.
So 1000 must be a
1000 should be the rank for getting
some
one
PSU
or more calls.
one or two PSUs.
Exactly.
But when you would talk about the major PSUs, Maharatna PSUs,
that's where there is a
rank has to be in top 400 or 300 in electrical general category.
Yes.
Right.
And of course, the top PSUs for electrical engineering, as mentioned, the top of the line would be the Power Grid Corporation, NTPC, BHEL, and then if we look at research organization, then of course BARC also has regular recruitments based on GATE score as well as their own online exam.
If a student has to select either PSU or he can select MTech from IIT or ISC. Yes. So Darshan, what is your opinion? What is better for an electrical engineer?
So, if anyone want to study further for MTech, or if anyone want to research on particular things, on particular field, it's better to do MTech. Even after MTech also, you will get opportunities to go through PSUs. So
this becomes interest in future, based on the interest in future.
Based on the interest in the future.
Right. But if you have the mindset of working in industry, then it's a right opportunity to go in PSUs. Arora ji, when we take the procedure of the selection in public sectors, what is the approximate weightage of GATE scorecard and then interview? Of what is the approximate weightage?
If I talk about a rule of thumb, then I would say it's 85-15. But then there are exceptions. 85% for the GATE score and then 15% for the interview or the other processes which go along with the
GD
interview.
also.
Maybe GD, maybe case study, maybe group task, but all put together. Like for example, IOCL. IOCL is a case in point. 85% is the weightage for GATE. And then they have group task, they have group discussion, and they have interview.
Right.
All three put together account for 15%.
Right.
Put together, the final ranking is identified, and then based on that, they start making the offers. But there is an extreme. Bhabha Atomic Research Center, BARC, is only conducting an interview, and the GATE weightage is 0.
So interview is very important.
Interview is very, very
absolutely important.
Absolutely.
Unless and until you clear the interview,
That's
there is no.
That's right.
Right. So GATE becomes a screening.
GATE becomes just eligibility for an interview call.
Right. That is in BARC.
That's in BARC.
But BARC also gives you opportunity through the lateral examination.
They have they conduct their online exam, which has already been announced, and the dates for that would be in the month of April.
So what is the approximate cutoff of the BARC interview call from GATE?
So from GATE, students should get less than 250 rank
Right.
for the general category.
In top 250
yes,
rank is
top
required.
250 is required.
Okay. For the general.
If they conduct on the online exam,
Mhm.
in the online exam they should get 220 marks out of 300. Then they will get a call from the PS.
Normally, ONGC is one of the most preferred public sectors for those who want to prepare further, because 14 days on and 14 days off, this kind of the job scenario.
Right.
So, what is the selection procedure at ONGC?
Okay. In case of ONGC, they have the gate weightage is 60%. Then there is 20 marks for every BTech student. 5 marks only to those students who have submitted PhD in the related discipline.
Okay.
And then there is a weightage of 15 marks for the interview. Yes.
And in interview also, one has to score
There
a
is
minimum.
cutoff. Exactly.
Right. For the general and OBC last year, this minimum required was
60%, sir.
9 marks,
9
out,
marks
of 15.
out of 15. Exactly.
And
sir.
for the SC, ST and PH category, it was 6
it
marks.
was 6 marks.
Out
Yes.
of 15.
Exactly.
So interview becomes very important. You cannot ignore. And preparation for interview after the gate result is announced is very essential. Whether you do your own or you can take the guidance from ADG, it's your choice. When we talk about the admissions in the IITs,
Yes, sir.
you have done MTech
Yes, sir.
from IIT Roorkee. What are the preferred branches? Which specialization would be preferred in electrical engineering? And what is the approximate cutoff?
So the preferred branches are power electronics and power system and control system also.
Right,
And signal processing is also there.
right,
For electrical candidate, if anyone want to select VLSI, they can select.
right.
They can choose VLSI also and microelectronics also.
Microelectronics and VLSI are normally electronics engineering
Yes.
branches, but electrical
if anyone
students are also
interested, they can also
eligible and
eligible
interested,
for
they can
that.
take.
They can take.
So normally core branches are preferred or preferable, or the VLSI or integrated electronic circuit microelectronics are preferable.
Actually, students prefer power electronics if they are from electrical. Very rarely students will prefer VLSI and microelectronics.
Okay, so it all depends on
But
the
it depends on the
personal
personal
choice.
Yes, sir.
And among all the IITs, how do you rate which is going to be the best one
So
for the
the
electrical?
best one is the IISc Bangalore,
Right.
and after that IIT Bombay and IIT Delhi, then IIT Kanpur and IIT Madras,
Kharagpur,
and Roorkee and Guwahati.
Guwahati.
Then BHU.
Right. So this is the on an average sequence, but all depends in which IIT you are getting which specialization.
specialization.
Sometimes it happens in IIT Roorkee you are getting power electronics, whereas in the other IIT you are getting the automation and control.
Yes, sir.
You may prefer to the specialization rather than the college. So that we have to judge in totality. There is no single parameter.
Yes.
Anupam, you have done your MTech from NITs, and NIT selection is on the basis of CCMT.
Yes, sir.
What is the CCMT procedure? When the forms are likely to come, and what is your opinion on your experience you have done from NIT Calicut?
Sir, this CCMT thing is very, I think it's a more better way for selection procedure for MTechs, because when you're applying individually for different
becomes
IITs, it's difficult. But this provides a common portal where you
Right.
can go and register, and you can select, get selected for a
Combined admission
Yes,
procedure
yes.
for the all NITs and
All
some other
NITs.
colleges.
There are in totality there are 4 rounds, and one spot round is
Round,
also there. That is on individual basis. You will have to go approach an NIT for a
Right.
particular seat. Sir, and what I feel is that the basically the branches when we talk about power system and power electronics are the main branches which students prefer, and instrumentation and control, as well as as you told VLSI and in specific colleges, not in all.
Not in all.
Yes.
So Darshan,
Yes, sir.
you completed MTech from IIT Roorkee.
Yes, sir.
What was the placement scenario in your college, especially in power electronics you completed?
Sir, there are so many core companies that came to IIT Roorkee. So in the second year, December, I think so. They the companies, if you talk about the companies, Intel came, and this is not correlated. Tata Motors and Siemens, General Electric,
Alstom
and
probably.
yes, Mercedes.
So there are many
Marquee.
companies.
There are many companies are coming.
So
to IIT Roorkee.
Right.
Yes, sir.
The first thing is that you have to take a call whether you should go in PSU or you should go in MTech. That will depend on your interest as well as on your gate rank. If you are out of the range of the public sector call, then you have no choice other than to go for the MTech admissions or MS. Now, when you decide for the MTech, then you will give the preference to IISc, then IITs, then some good NITs, then remaining NITs. When we see IISc notification will come immediately after the result of GATE is announced. That is, and once the result of GATE is announced, immediately after that, you don't have time. You have only 1 week time.
Just 1 week.
So you have to take immediate call. Now, let me tell you, there are the 3 different type of courses at IISc. One are MTech, which is directly based on the GATE scorecard, and there is no interview. And the second is the MTech on the basis of the GATE score plus interview. And third is research, MF research, which is an integrated program for the MTech plus PhD. So these are the 3 different type of courses at IISc. The direct admissions normally require high GATE score.
Yes.
And you have to be in top 50,
top 30, top 40,
top 50 like that, depending on the category. And for the MTech based on interview, definitely there is chance for those who have the rank in top 300, top 400. So you can apply even your rank is lower, but depends how good you perform in the interview. IISc and IITs. So Darshan, how do you rate in terms of the future research field?
So compared to IITs, IISc research is good in IISc Bangalore.
Right.
Compared to IITs. So in IITs especially, Kanpur is very nice for researching.
Okay.
And in electrical, Kanpur and Kharagpur.
Right.
And then after Bombay, Delhi will come.
Anupam, when we just list down the NITs,
Yes, sir.
in your opinion, which are the good NITs and which are the average NITs?
Sir, speaking about research, the 4 NITs, the 4 top NITs, starting
Not a research. In overall, basically most of these students are interested in placements.
Okay, sir.
Very few are interested in research.
Yes,
So
sir.
we are talking in terms of the placements, in terms of recognition, in
Yes,
terms
sir.
of the infrastructure, in terms of the value or learning opportunities
Sir,
overall.
that's what when we talk of MTech means a sort of research is already
Okay.
included in your curriculum, because
Right.
last 1 year is completely devoted on your research sort
Right.
of project work.
Right.
Sir, in top 4 NITs, you will find specific sub branches. In for example, in power electronics, there is a specific lab course devoted to for particular requirement in an industry.
Right.
So the thing is that faculties are also orienting their students towards that course, so that they can excel in that field or that area, so that they can be, that their expertise can be utilized in industry.
Based on the last year's cutoff, and when we see which is the preference of his students, then we find NIT Trichy and Warangal almost go parallel neck to neck. Then NIT Surathkal, NIT Calicut, NIT Allahabad, NIT Rourkela, then Jaipur, then Bhopal, then Surat, then Jalandhar, then NIT Delhi, then Nagpur. So this is the approximate sequence on the basis of the last year preference cutoff. But there are several parameters which will impact your selection on which will influence your selection, like which course, which college, then whether you are nearby your city, or what are the chances of placement, your future aim. So these are the many parameters. Aroraji, I'm coming back to public sectors. In PSUs, how the students should start after the GATE result is announced, and what are the areas which are important to prepare?
See, if we talk about PSUs, as I said earlier, the PSUs which are conducting group discussion or case study discussion, they expect you to have clarity of speech and expression. Some PSUs only insist on discussing only in English.
Okay.
The other
Otherwise, they
PSUs
give
permit
the
you to
liberty.
have mix of Hindi and English. In fact, IOCL and SAIL, on the form itself, they are asking for your option whether you want to have it conducted in Hindi or English.
Okay.
Which is a big relief for a lot of students. Yes. The interview process is made up of two parts. There is a non-technical part, which means the HR-related questions,
Hobbies,
and then
personality,
which includes hobbies, personalities, what have you been doing ever since your completion
achievements,
of
your
BTech.
college profile, your
Exactly.
hometown profile, everything.
Right. And then, of course, almost
Technical.
60% would be on technical. But there is one PSU which has very limited content in terms of technical questions in the interview, and that is HPCL.
Okay.
They say that we have already tested you on the basis of your GATE score. We would prefer to explore your personality aspects rather than recheck your technical capability.
So it depends on nature of public sector.
Exactly.
If you go in the research PSUs, like in research organizations like Bhabha Atomic Research Center and ISRO, normally their interviews are based on
Only
technical,
technical, sir.
only
Only
technical.
Pure technical.
Right.
Yes.
And when you talk about Power Grid, NTPC, IOCL, ONGC,
There it
there
could
may
be.
be both the areas.
Yes.
Right.
If we talk about BART, actually we have to select 4 subjects,
Right.
and in those 4 subjects you should be a very
Master
perfect.
of these.
Master of subjects,
Master.
all subjects. If you
Right
are
from the
not-
basic definition
right from the
onwards.
definition.
Right. Gateway is said to be the gateway for the future.
Absolutely
And especially
right, sir.
for engineers.
Absolutely.
The opportunities through GATE come like admissions in MTech, MS, MTech plus PhD. These are the integrated courses. Second category, we take the selections in public sectors.
True.
Third, we can talk about some of the state engineering services also
Yes.
recruit on the basis of GATE scorecard,
exactly.
including Haryana Electricity Board. Then Bihar. Last year we have seen Madhya Pradesh. This year we have seen notification has come from the West Bengal.
West Bengal also.
So these are the state government sectors which recruit on the basis of GATE score.
State
Next, we
PSUs.
see there are some pure research organizations, CSIR, and BARC. CSIR offers junior research fellowship program of 5 year, which is MTech plus PhD integrated. And after MTech, you can take an exit also. There's opportunity.
You can
in that.
take exit and you can continue and then
Continue.
get finally absorbed in
Right.
that research lab.
Right.
Okay.
Next, there are some foreign universities which do take on the basis of GATE score. And especially we talk about NUS, National University Singapore, and TU Singapore. Then RWTH, Aachen, Germany, and Technical University of Munich, Germany. So these universities also give admission on the basis of GATE scorecard. Of course, your academics or your recommendation letter is required. And the students who join these universities, mostly they have the mindset of going in
For research.
further research work.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So opportunities are there. You have to explore where you want to go. Some multinational companies, some
Lot of multinational companies, though they don't directly recognize GATE score as such, but based on your academics plus GATE becomes a kind of a preferential shortlisting
Right,
criteria. That's the way it would be.
So day by
L&D
day,
is directly recruiting based on GATE, sir. They are making a shortlist based on the GATE score and then they are calling for interviews.
right? And when you take admission in any of the MHRD sponsors course and you have qualified GATE exam, the good thing is that you have a financial sponsorship from the MHRD, which is the MTech sponsorship. That is 12,500 as of now and may be changed in coming future. Let us come back to Anupam, to you. When we talk about the MTech, it is a 4-semester course, and you get a sponsorship also from the MHRD,
Yes, sir.
right? So, what are the extra benefits which you get apart from the MHRD sponsorship during MTech?
So the top 4 NITs, which I'm very I know the things how they the most important thing which you get out of it, that you can connect with the professor which you develop there. Those professors, they are old people. They are highly experienced,
knowledgeable.
They have good catch up in the industry, in the core private industry. So for when you're thinking about getting an internship in a good core company, private sector like Bosch, Siemens, ABB, there if you have good connect with the professor along with your good performance there in the institute, he will definitely recommend you there, and you will be absorbed there in that internship course. And if you perform there well, you will directly get into it.
So there's a normally students think if we have to work in industry, why I should do MTech? I can work directly after BTech also. So what are the advantages of doing MTech when you go for industry?
So actually, industry needed an application-based study. So in MTech, all the courses are application-based, not in BTech. So it's better to doing MTech before going to an industry. So you will get to know about all the new
Okay.
advanced.
Actually, when you complete your MTech from good institution like IIT, NIT, first of all, you are getting a recognition from this good college. Secondly, the jobs are specialized and the pay packages are higher.
Yes.
Right?
Much.
These
Yes.
much higher. In
Yes,
fact,
sir.
you
Yes,
could,
sir. Good job.
when you compare the pay packages after BTech and pay packages after MTech in the
For
same
private
field,
sector, definitely. sir.
especially in
it
private
definitely gives you a good advantage.
good advantage.
In fact, sir, I would like to add here at this point, Power Grid Corporation does exclusive recruitments for candidates who have completed their MTech in power systems and power electronics.
Okay.
There is a separate
So,
advertisement.
Is this
which is
recruitment through the through the
released. Gate
place?
score plus MTech?
Gate
put
score
together.
plus MTech.
Yes.
Okay, it is not the campus recruitment.
It is not
from
campus recruitment. It's Gate score plus
Okay.
MTech in related disciplines.
Okay.
That's it.
When you select your post-gate program, you have to also consider whether you would like to go for the civil services and engineering services preparation. Because when you want to go for civil services or engineering services, you need an environment of study and time for the preparation. So every college and every public sector may not give the opportunity to get a sufficient time for preparation.
Yes,
So that also becomes a parameter of selection after the
Yes.
gate result, right? So normally we have seen the environment of IIT Delhi, IIT Roorkee is much more competitive as compared to IIT Madras, IIT Kharagpur, IIT Guwahati for the civil services and engineering services preparation.
That really does not give any time. sir.
No, time doesn't give, but the surrounding environment remains, which keeps your motivation alive to prepare for this
Motivation
exam.
is on 100% in these institutes for
In
sure.
every institute.
Yes.
Right. Coming next, in case your gate scorecard is not good and you are neither getting call for IIT, ISC and no chance for the public sectors, then what? What would be done? So in this scenario, I will suggest there are some universities which conduct the separate entrance examination for the admissions in the master courses. There are some IIIT courses, Jadavpur University, some universities like BITS. So you can explore to appear in reasoning aptitude based or technical based exam and you can
State
explore.
universities are also coming in the similar category.
Right. And if you are fresher, you have completed BTech recently in 2019 or 2018, you don't have much gap, then you may take a chance to wait for one more year, prepare for the better rank so that you can at least get NIT or IIT. But in case gap is already there and your financial and family conditions does not allow to prepare again and you cannot afford to lose one more year, then you can explore the level 2, level 3 colleges and you can complete your MTech and keep on preparing for the competitive
Keep
exams.
upgrading your knowledge,
Obviously.
and that is going to help you in clearing the interviews for the job selections.
Right. So apart from this, I would like to mention, dear friends, MADG will conduct the post-gate counseling session and students who are waiting their result and after result who get the good score, if you want any support from us for the interview guidance, public sectors, for the public sectors or for any other kind of the support you want from us, then we are eager to help you. MADG student portal, which has been activated recently in our website, we will invite your queries, your doubts there, and once the result is announced, we all teachers will be there to help you, to guide you, and we can suggest, and we will also request the candidates who have completed their MTech, they can also actively participate and suggest they can share their views. In addition to that, if you are preparing for the engineering services, then MADG has already come out with the mains courses and the mains test series, which will be definitely useful to you. And if you are looking for the civil services preparation, then MADG has an initiative of Next IAS, which can definitely help you for your success in your journey. So thank you very much and keep on watching the series of the post-gate counseling session. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.